After a court ruled that an Arizona proposition to raise taxes to help fund education was unconstitutional, educators and proposition supporters are wondering about funding for schools going forward. We take a look at who may lose out and who may benefit without the additional funding. Proposition 208 would have placed a 3.5% tax rate on high earners. Its goal was in part to increase salaries for teachers and school staff. Proponents estimate it would have raised $800 million for public education.
It was a lot of dollars that were going to help classrooms get classroom sizes get smaller, help us recruit highly qualified teachers. And it was money ultimately that was going to make the learning experience in Arizona a better one for all children.
But a court decision blocking the proposition has advocates wondering how they will continue to attract high-quality teachers and keep Arizona schools competitive.
We do have one of the worst teacher shortages in the nation. We also have the largest class size in the nation, and we also have the worst counselor to student ratio in the nation. So if we want to address those problems, those are human capital issues that require human beings, which means you have to have money to pay them.
The decision might mean a loss for schools, but opponents deem it a win for taxpayers.
This would have meant a severe tax hike for small business owners, and I think they would have chosen to locate elsewhere and move out of the state rather than to expand their businesses and provide jobs and create wealth.
Education advocates say the impact of losing Prop 208 will not be felt immediately.
There's nothing to be anxious about or feel fearful of, but what we have lost out on, as I said before, is hundreds of millions of dollars in future funding for our public schools.
The future of public education funding, both advocates and opponents say, is ultimately in the hands of the Arizona legislature. Education advocates are considering appealing the Prop 208 decision as they continue to fight for public education funding.